Hey guys, how's it going? Nice title, huh? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't really know if I can or not, but I may have to if they keep making these books like this. So, I got caught up on Batman. I was behind a couple issues. I gotta say that the Poison Ivy art turned out to be completely useless and could have been something great and was just like, oh, my feels, my feelings, my feels. And then we get to this other art, and Joel Jones does some pretty good art in this, and kind of ties it in the next issue. But this issue here is really made for the trade. It's not made for individual issues. Like, I read through this in like 5 minutes, and I was done. And it was a great tribute to Catwoman and Batman as characters together. Which was a lot better than this issue, which makes me really sad because you have the Oliver Coipel cover, which is sweet. Look at the detail on the little leaves. And then you have this weird computer-generated covers that I'll never get used to and I don't like. And then you have this cool kind of Booster Gold issue where he's in the future and you have this crazy mean... I just turned it to this big ad. Look at that. It's an awesome ad. Which team do you guys like the best out of this No Justice team? This new arc that's coming. You have this team, Superman's team. You have Batman's team. You have Flash's team. And you have Aquaman's team. I mean, you have Wonder Woman's team because Aquaman can't be on a team for some reason. But I got to say, out of all the teams, I probably like Wonder Woman's team the best because you have Etrigan the Demon and you have Zatanna. And you have Dr. Fate, and you have Raven on the same team together, which is really cool. This is like the bruiser team here, okay? This is like the heavy hitter. This is the thinker, strategist, kind of, and then you got a couple bruisers. This is like the heavy hitters right here. And then you've got the motley crew here of just kind of like just leftover characters. And then you got the magic users. So I kind of like that. But anyway, so you have this weird kind of storyline. This right here kind of freaked me out where you had Duke with his weird lobotomy. But you had a cool Batman where he's like evil or whatever. And so that was kind of cool. Of course, it was... what was cool about it this time is it was Dick Grayson and not Tim Drake like always. So that was kind of cool. But... yeah, moving on to the real stuff. The real comic that I want to talk about here is Gideon Falls. Okay, issue number 2, $3.99, which is a little high to me, but still it's pretty good. I really like Gideon Falls because this could be a TV show. Like, I really hope that they make this into a TV show. Jeff Lemire's done a great job so far. And the artist, Andrea Sorrentino, I love the art. I love the art. It's so fun because it's gritty. It really looks like a horror book. I mean, it's so fun. So basically, first issue, you've got this main character here. He is seeing things in the trash. He keeps finding pieces of this barn and random pieces of trash, and he's collecting it. And so everybody thinks he's crazy. Of course, Lucy Liu thinks he's crazy, his psychiatrist. And so now she's walking around with him. She's kind of seeing how he's interacting. He said that he really badly wants to look into the trash. She lets him go. He goes looking and doesn't find anything. All right? That's when he tells her about the Black Barn. But here's the thing about the Black Barn. When you tell other people about it, it's kind of like watching that movie, The Ring. When you watch the videotape, you're cursed. So if you let people in on the curse, they're going to be cursed too. At the same time, you have the actual place where the Black Barn is, and you have this new preacher that is coming to town to take the place of the old preacher. And so the lady that was the caretaker of the place is dead, and they think it was the preacher. You have this hard case officer here that's a woman. Of course, she has to be a jerk. Then you have the guy cop that kind of believes him and what's going on. They're talking it over, and then they start to dive deeper into the past of the preacher. Okay, apparently he had a drug problem, or not a drug problem, but a drinking problem. He assaulted people with disorderly conduct. And that leads you to find out that's why he got sent to that church. You know, he's had a troubled past, and they're like, hey, you know, this is your last resort. You need to go fix this. So in the meantime, we cut back to the main character. He's leaving as this guy is coming through, and it's something very shady about this guy. You see the look, the exchange between them. He doesn't know this guy. There's no reason for this guy to be in here. And this is where we cut to sideways on a comic book. Now, this is hard to do sometimes because when you do this, a lot of times it kind of throws off the rhythm. But I really like this right here because you can see inside the floors. You see what's going on. He gets to his apartment. The locks are broke. Okay? So you know something's up. That guy did it. And he goes in there and it's like, oh no. They cleared out all of his samples. They took his samples of the Black Barn. But here's the thing. That even more fortifies what he's doing is right. And they also took his scalpel. So in taking his scalpel, what do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to try to commit a murder with his scalpel? And try to blame it on him? That's what I think is going to happen. We cut back to the preacher. He's calling the main office. It's a weird kind of, almost like a cult deal to it. They tell him that everything's going to be okay. And then pretty much leave him hanging. Well, that cop tells him that, you know, he believes him. He's going to try to help him. And that's pretty much where it leaves that situation. We get back and what's his name is like barging into the doctor's office. He's trying to tell her, hey, you know, something bad is going on. They have broken into my apartment and taken my things. And she says, that's it. Okay. That's it. You're acting crazy again. We're not going to let you live by your own. You're going to have to go back to the hospital. And he says, no, I'm not doing it. I'm done. You tried to tell me this was no big deal, and yet here I am. I'm done. Really great. I like the artwork. So then we cut back to the town, and the police officers are going to the scene of another murder. And what they find is the preacher that had been missing before that preacher had showed up. But here's the funny thing. The new preacher had seen this dead preacher alive and well talking to him like 2 nights ago. And so now here his dead body is, but his body is fresh, freshly dead. He should have been dead weeks ago, but he's fresh. And he's got a rusty nail from the Black Barn. So on the way home from the office, the doctor is headed home. She's going to her car. She gets all the way to her car, and that's when it happens. She sees the Black Barn. Like, I'm getting chills right now. And then in the Black Barn, what does she see? Holy crap. What is that? And that's when she flips out. It's gone, and she's laying there. And she says, oh God. Because now she knows what he has seen. And then we get the cover for the next issue, which is her face. They do these little things where they do like the city. And I actually got the variant cover. That's why the variant cover looks different. I don't really like the variant cover. I didn't know what it was like. I totally bought this cover without knowing what it looked like because it wouldn't tell you. But I still like it. I mean, it's not that great, but it's pretty cool. Here's a little catchphrase. All the little sinners say hallelujah. This is a very clever book. Like, I mean, I don't know where they're going with it, but it's very, very clever so far. This is one of the most interesting stories I've read so far. Like, out of all the other series that I'm reading, this is catching my eye, okay? Out of Batman, Superman, all that stuff, this is catching my eye. So I really liked it, and I hope you pick it up. I hope you check it out. It's a great little book. I think it'll be a great series as long as they can keep the momentum. You know, a lot of times when people are making books, they lose momentum towards the end of the story. I know that I did a video on iVampire, New 52, and somebody said, yeah, the first volume's great, but it loses momentum at the end of the story. They don't really know what they're doing. And I was like, oh, no, 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 don't tell me that. But I'm really excited about this. I hope it keeps going. This is issue 3 in May. That should be coming out anytime now. So, yeah, I mean, out of all those issues, I would say that this Batman was probably the best one because it had Booster Gold in it. Secondly, I would say that this one was good because you had the homage to Batman and Superman and you have Joelle Jones in it. And Joelle Jones is like tops. Okay, you can't, she's great. I love her. She doesn't know I do, but I love her. And then we have this next issue, which is the suckiest of suck. I mean, it's not very good. But all right, guys, I hope you liked the video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed. And check the bell for notifications. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Gideon Falls. Underground Geek out.